Driussi, and the wall did its job. They're asking for handball, and it's given. Going to be a red card, it is!
Welcome to Instant Replay presented by Cheez-It for MLS Week 13. I'm Andrew Wiebe, as always, with Charlie Davies. Let's go! Wait, those are your words, Charlie.
Let's go!
Oh, that's more like it. We had a wild one in Austin. Orlando are in town. They're up 2-0 in the 58th minute, and Rodrigo Schlegel is reaching that arm out, Charlie, and he's handling the ball. Joe Dickerson, the referee, says that's a yellow card, and that context is going to matter here in just a second. But let's debate the yellow. Is that a caution for you?
Wiebe, I gotta be honest with you. I don't think this is a yellow card. I do think it's a foul. It's a handball and a foul, and it's a free kick at the top of the box. But as a defender, you're trying to block the ball. You're doing anything necessary to not let that forward get a shot on goal. I think in this case, his arm is in a natural body position. He's defending. His arm is coming towards his body. In fact, it's not going away from his body. I've seen this a million times, taking shots on goal and defenders just throwing their bodies to block the ball. Never with a yellow card. In my opinion, I think this was a harsh yellow.
So, Charlie, well, I understand why you say this yellow card is harsh, and I think it is probably harsh. It's also justifiable. You call that a natural position, but I don't see it that way. That arm is all the way outstretched, and yes, he might be starting to bring it back behind him, but it is still in an outstretched position when the ball hits it. It's a clear handball in that sense. In the rules, unsporting behavior, it says if you handle the ball to interfere with or stop a promising attack, that's a yellow card. Now, we can debate intent. Did Rodrigo Schlegel intend to stop that shot with his arm? I'm not exactly sure about that, but I know by sticking his arm all the way out there, he stopped the shot on goal. I am okay with Joe Dickerson's choice on that to give the yellow card, and it matters because on the free kick in the 60th minute, oh boy, Charlie, here's Schlegel again. This shot is going straight into the wall. He doesn't have to do this, but chicken arm straight out, hits him in the arm. We're not going to debate this one, are we?
Second yellow, send him off. You see that arm coming out. It makes contact with the ball. He's playing the ball. He's trying to block it. Definitely worthy of a second yellow.
And that is where we say, again, even more clearly, he's handling the ball to interfere with or stop a promising attack or a shot on goal in this situation. Okay, let's keep it going. This game was absolutely wild. Just 7 minutes later, here comes Alex Ring. Here comes Cesar Araujo. Cesar Araujo doesn't like that little catch he got from the plant foot off the cross from Ring. And he kicks out, Charlie. No red card given live, but Rosendo Mendoza, the VAR, calls down to Joe Dickerson. He says, go check the monitor. Dickerson checks the monitor. He pulls red. Do you agree?
I think in the moment, live, he said, all right, I'm going to let this play out. I think he just saw this as a physical play, but nothing more than that. Orlando already has a red card. He didn't want to send off another player. In my opinion, when Joe Dickerson is signaled to go to the monitor, his hands are tied. He has to give a red card. Man, the kick out is clear and obvious. Whether he makes real contact or not, that isn't so clear, but you know the intent to hurt and kick after the play has already passed is there. So in my opinion, this was the right call.
Yeah, I think that's a red card, Charlie. He kicks out. He catches him in the midsection. You can't do that. It's violent conduct. It's off the ball. No intent to play the ball. Araujo takes a chance in this situation. You're always going to pay dearly for that chance. For me, justified red card. One last one from this game, and by the way, folks, this is not a reviewable play. VAR cannot get involved on the corner kick call that led to Austin's game-tying goal by Moussa Djitté. I don't have a ton of angles on this one, Charlie, but what I am going to say is that I feel pretty darn sure that this does not touch a lion on the way out of bounds. I think this should have been a goal kick, but by the way, I have the opportunity to watch this over and over and over, frame by frame by frame, which the referee crew absolutely does not have. Let's head to the Rocky Mountains, Charlie. 66 minutes, Seattle in possession, pushing. Raul Ruiz in possession in the box, and oh, look right there. Steven Beitashour, he kicks him. I don't think that part is debatable for anyone. We both see that. So does the referee, Tim Ford. So does the VAR, Jose Carlos Rivero. Tim Ford lets play continue, and Jose Carlos Rivero at the next stoppage calls him to the monitor. He says, that's a PK. It's a clear and obvious error. Ford takes a look, and he waves it off. He says, no PK, and after the game, via the pool reporter process, we learned that the reason is because there wasn't clear and obvious evidence in Ford's eyes that this foul occurred inside the penalty area. What do you think? 1, was it a foul? 2, do you think it was inside the penalty area?
1, yes, it was a foul in my opinion. his foot gets kicked. Clearly, it is clear as day. Now, did he have to do an extra roll or two at the end of the foul? Probably not.
He embellishes. We can agree, Charlie.
Yes.
He lets himself go, but there is contact, and it's non-negligible contact.
Correct. And for number 2, as I see it, he is in the box. His left foot is on the line, and his right foot is in the box where he's getting kicked. We all know if you're on the line, it is in the box, and that should have been the call, in my opinion.
Charlie, I agree with you. This is a foul despite the aforementioned embellishment, which definitely occurs from Rui Diaz. And I think the angle from behind does show that he's inside the area. Now, the question you have to ask yourself, and the one Ford asked himself, is it clear and obvious? For me, it is. For Tim Ford, it wasn't. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. All right, another play from this game. Hit rewind real quick for an APP play. Yeah, you know me. That's attacking phase of play, folks. Say it just in case you weren't down with the lingo. Rapids goal. Here is that kick from the back that frees the Rapids to go score. Jonathan Lewis puts the finishing touch on it. The Sounders want a foul on Diego Rubio on Jackson Reagan. Charlie, what do you think?
In this instance, I think this is fair play. The striker is trying to play the ball. Diego Rubio jumps up to try and win the header. I've seen this many times where a striker just runs into the body of the defender with no attempt at playing the ball. I think Diego is trying to win the ball, so in my opinion, this is not a foul.
And it is reviewable because it is part of the APP, but to me, even if you do think this is a foul, it would not meet the clear and obvious threshold in my opinion. I think this is well done by the referee crew. All right, Charlie, another PK shout for you. This one on the potentially soft side. Charlotte, Vancouver, 45th minute. Charlotte want this PK on Sebastian Berhalter. I see contact. You see a penalty. Nima Sagafi didn't. Play waved on.
Now, what I see is a Meg and a lot of space. And once he gets to that spot, he sees Berhalter coming in late and takes an extra touch. But if you watch carefully, slow it down for us, producer Phil, you can see that his right leg is already locked and flat. He's going for the dive. He's using that force, that contact, to launch himself forward. He's playing for the PK. So in my opinion, I have to give a ton of credit to 1, Nima Sagafi, who recognized it on the field, and 2, Armando Villarreal, who got a clear look at this on video replay and was able to watch and say, no, I'm not signaling Nima Sagafi to the monitor for this one.
Yeah, definitely not clear and obvious to me for the VAR. It comes down to Nima's call in the moment. He sees that little ankle lock. That's a telltale sign for the dive. He called it a dive. That's his opinion to make on the field, and I think it was okay. All right, quick offside play for you. Columbus, LAFC, 58th minute. Yaya Boa scores. He's happy, but not for long. That's because VAR Drew Fisher flags Victor Rivas and says, go take another look. Yeah, look down the line right there, folks. This is clear and obvious. Yaya Boa is in an offside position when that header comes across the box. No goal. Well done to the crew on this one. All right, a couple handballs here to finish this off. NYCFC, Chicago, 20th minute. A Bear wants his handball. Miguel Navarro, he gets it. That's the goal that gets NYCFC 3 points. Legit handball for you?
Legit handball. The arm is extended away from his body. That is clear and obvious to me that is a handball.
Absolutely clear on that one, and not so clear on this Miami Red Bull play in the 45th minute. Miami want this handball on Lewis Morgan, but they're not going to get it. John Freeman's the referee. VAR is Daniel Radford, and rightfully so. Morgan's arm is not in an unnatural position. Morgan is not reaching out or extending his arm at all. It actually hits him in the shoulder, and if you want to put up that handy-dandy chart for us, here's what you're going to see. From the armpit up, that is not a handball, folks. If he's not reaching out, making himself bigger, and it hits him right there, not a handball. Well done by this referee crew. Slap me in the face, Charlie. This episode is over. As always, if you see something, say something, even from space. Here's our Twitter handles. Get at us on the weekends or midweek if there are games then. For Charlie Davies, I'm Andrew Wiebe. For our producer, Rich Hernandez, and editor, Phil Levanco. We'll see you next time.